What movie could have been over in 10 minutes, if the main character wasn't such a dumbass? Home Alone 2 surprised no one said it already. Kevin did not need to change his batteries for his talkboy while his family was running to their gate. He had a several-hour plane ride that he could have done it on but instead had to change them while running through the terminal. What an idiot. Edit, wow, was not expecting this kind of traction on this comment. I loved every bit of it. Thanks guys. Merry Christmas you filthy animals, and a Happy New Year. Eurotrip. She blocked my email address so I have to go to Europe to contact her. No dumbass, just make another email account and email her to explain the mistake. But Scotty didn't know. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Not in 10 minutes, but Breaking Bad could have stopped after just a few episodes if Walt had just accepted the money from Elliot instead of letting his pride get in the way. Amityville Horror. Get out alrighty then. Okay Ghost, since we can't live here, we're going to sell the lot to a developer, and you can haunt the parking lot of a Noodles and Company. BTTF2 Doc, hey Marty, your future kid is an idiot. Fortunately you have 30 years to change the outcome, maybe consider moving to a different town, or private school or something Marty, okay, thanks the end. Gremlins. The instructions were very clear. Alien, Covenant. All these brilliant scientists and they're done in by taking off their helmets. Leaving their helmets on would have stopped literally all of their deaths. The air is breathable here. Sure, but maybe we don't want to breathe it. You know, in case of toxins or molds or something like that? Oh right. Duh. This thing is totally alive and looks like a hooded cobra. I'm gonna reach out and touch it. Hooded cobra, that's an odd way to say freaky prehensile penis beast. To be fair, hooded cobra seems like the perfect way to describe a freaky prehensile penis beast. In Limitless, why doesn't Bradley Cooper use his enhanced intelligence to immediately figure out how to manufacture the drug so he always has it for the rest of his life? Or pay back the ducking loan shark. In another movie thread on here someone said that in the book the loan shark doesn't want paid back in money, he wants the pills. I'm sure. Can't remember if that is explicitly stated in the movie or not, it's been so long since I watched it. It was such an interesting premise that was such an uninteresting letdown. At first he just wants to get his money back. Then when they shake Bradley Cooper down outside of his apartment, because he didn't pay them back yet, the drug falls out of his pocket and loan shark uses it. From then on he just wants the drug. But if Bradley Cooper just paid him back at the beginning. Any movie where someone says stop. Wait, I can explain. If they'd actually stop, wait, and let the character explain. E.T. If he would have got back on the spaceship his ass wouldn't have gotten stuck on Earth. I'd like to think it was a juvenile prank by his friends. Like in high school when your buddy gets out of the car to pee and your other friend is like, dude we should drive off and leave him here for a minute lol. Edit, apparently this is a sketch they did on the Seth Green Robot Chicken show, but I had the idea way before him so he just snagged it and left me in the dust. Same way they stole Napster from him in the Italian Job. Double edit, thanks to whoever got me my first ever Reddit gold. I hope you have a great holiday season. Aliens are assholes. They were probably a big faction behind the push to vote for Palpatine. Not the main character, but the entire Star Wars original trilogy could have been over in 10 minutes if the Imperials did shoot the escape pod with R2-3PO and the Death Star plans. Or at least if they sent a team to intercept it on landing instead of allowing the droids to escape. Edit, typo. I always figured it was a case of it was Friday at 4:45 and if you blow up the pod now you've got to fill out a bunch of paperwork and well since there's no life forms on it just call it a glitch and walk out the door at 5. Funny thing is that there is a book titled From a Different Point of View which is a bunch of stories about the side characters in A New Hope. The gunner who didn't fire on the escape pod realized how badly he ducked up, so he talks to a friend of his who knows what forms to fill out to instantly take the blame off of him and place it on someone unrelated to his department, like, if I recall correctly, blaming it on the window cleaner not doing his job and obscuring the gunner's view. From a Different Point of View From a Certain Point of View is the title I found and damn it, now you've added yet another book to my reading list. From a Certain Point of View, the Jedi are evil? The Little Mermaid. If Ariel could read and write, which she demonstrates, then why didn't she just write the prince a note? Edit, to all the people saying she doesn't speak the same language as Eric. When they meet again, he asks her questions and she tries to answer. So that shows that they can understand each other verbally. Also, the contract she signs was in English. Others suggest that pens and paper do not work underwater. The contract was magical and underwater. Part of the movie, she was on land in town with dry pens and papers around. To the others that say what would she even write in the note? Here is my version. Dear Hottie Eric, DTF, I just lost my voice. I swear that it is not contagious or anything lol. If you are DTF too, just give me a kiss to let me know and we can get this party started. Ariel PS, I'm a freak. Lastly, thanks to the person that gave me Reddit silver. You the best. Because body language ha. Added my first gold and double silver comment. Thank you, kind strangers. The men up there don't like a lot of blather. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Any movie that forgets that cell phones and adult conversations are real things. Especially romantic comedy movies where there's some dumb misunderstanding where one of the leads appears to be cheating on their spouse with a friend. A romantic movie shows them bursting into tears and running away. A realistic approach would be, oh hey honey, this my sister. I was giving her a hug because I hadn't seen her in a while. My youth pastor told a story of almost losing his previous youth pastor job. His sister came into Denver airport for a 2-hour layover. He had lunch with her and gave her a hug and sent her on her way. The next day he gets called into a meeting with the pastor and the entire board. Strange. His wife is there, even stranger, and she's bawling her eyes out. They are letting him go because they have proof that he is cheating on his wife, news to him, and show him the photo of him hugging his sister. He shows the photo to his wife and they both burst out laughing. The board is confused until he explains that it's his sister and maybe just ask him about it first next time. But yeah, this story reminds me that ridiculous rom-com situations actually can happen in real life. This is completely insane. Even if that's not his sister, a picture of him hugging a woman is in no way proof that he's cheating on his wife. Edit, I'm a Christian. Still think this is nuts. Especially in a profession that requires you to be there for people emotionally. But everyone knows the sexiest place to have an affair is at the airport. Nothing is more romantic than a $12 lukewarm turkey sandwich on rye from a Wolfgang Puck to go. Deadpool. Vanessa, stay, wait, okay. Dies in Vanessa's arms, roll credits. Clerks. Dante should have said no since it was his day off. I've heard that in the original ending someone comes in to rob the place, shoots Dante, and he dies, all because he came into work that day. Edit, m.youtube.com. Edit 2, I put the link in the first edit so that people would stop commenting that they actually shot it, it was on DVDs, it was the first version they'd seen, etc. But now for my first time on Reddit I have to say rip inbox. Shit. Wouldn't want his last day getting a ticket because Randall sold cigarettes to a kid, and finding out his GF sucked 37 dicks. In a row? Captain America, Civil War. 1. Why did no one have a photo ID of the actual psychologist assigned to Bucky Barnes? 2. Hey, Secretary Ross, you neglected to mention Harlem in your Avengers Guilt Trip presentation. You know, the incident where 2 big rage monsters that you were responsible for fought? You should be in jail for that. Edit, wow, this one blew up. And the nuke Tony saved New York from #X200B, and the part where they actually saved the world from Ultron, granted, that one might be their fault to begin with, but still, it could have been worse. Yeah, they never answer the pivotal question, in what situation would the UN thing regulatory body have made a different call than the one they made? Maybe it's fair to blame the existence of superheroes on an increase in existential threats, or to blame Ultron on Tony, etc. That could be argued. But none of their faults are strategic in nature. Iron Man, you shouldn't have invented the Iron Man suit, or you shouldn't have invented Ultron, or Thor, it was kinda annoying that your dad sent you to Earth, and that you're banging a chick here. Are all reasonable statements. But none of them are fixed by hey is it cool if we go stop the city rocket from blowing up the Earth? Or hey should we go fight the giant alien horde raining down on New York? Even the instigating event in Civil War doesn't make sense. Unapproval to go into the op in South Africa where Scarlet Witch kills some people wouldn't have changed the situation. The UN should have sent the Avengers to deal with Crossbones. The alternative would have been worse. The only problem was a split-second tactical decision by Scarlet Witch, not a strategic decision to go to the fight. Vision was an idiot. Loki would have invaded Earth even if the Avengers hadn't been around. Nothing says anyone else wouldn't have come around either. His cause-effect line is total horseshit. The difference between Tony and a legitimate authority is that without him they would have turned New York into a crater. Funny how he forgot about that?